Chosen one, stop everything you're doing right now. What I'm about to share with you isn't just information, it's confirmation of what your spirit has already been sensing, but couldn't quite put into words. You've felt it, haven't you? That strange shift in the atmosphere around you, that unexplainable knowing deep in your soul that something massive is about to break open in your life. You can't see it with your natural eyes yet, but your spiritual senses are picking up on a frequency that only the chosen ones can detect. Here's what's really happening. You're not just going through another season of waiting. You're not just experiencing another test. You're standing at the threshold of what I call a divine miracle shift. This is when heaven interrupts your timeline, when the supernatural collides with your natural reality, when everything that's been delayed, denied, and held back suddenly breaks loose all at once. But here's what most people don't understand. A divine miracle shift doesn't just happen randomly. It doesn't fall on everyone, and it doesn't arrive without warning. Before the shift fully manifests in your physical reality, God sends signals. He drops clues. He plants signs in your path that confirm what's about to happen. And if you're truly one of the chosen, you're already experiencing these signs right now. You might not have recognized them for what they are. You might have dismissed them as coincidence or ignored them because they seemed too subtle. But by the time we finish this message, you're going to know exactly what to look for, and you're going to realize that your divine miracle shift isn't coming. It's already here. I'm about to reveal 7 rare signs that only appear when a chosen one is entering their divine miracle shift. These aren't common experiences. These aren't things that happen to everyone. These are specific, supernatural markers that heaven places in your life to confirm that everything is about to change. If you are experiencing even 3 or 4 of these signs, you need to prepare yourself. But if you're experiencing 5, 6, or all 7, then chosen one, you're about to witness the hand of God move in your life in ways that will leave you speechless. Stay with me until the end, because I'm going to tell you exactly what each sign means and what you need to do when you recognize it. And if something in your spirit is already confirming that this message is for you, type "My shift is here" in the comments right now. That declaration isn't just words. It's a spiritual activation that tells heaven you're ready to receive what's been released for you. Rare sign 1. You're experiencing intense spiritual attacks out of nowhere. The first rare sign that you're entering a divine miracle shift is this. You're suddenly experiencing intense spiritual warfare that seems to have appeared out of nowhere. One moment your life felt relatively stable. You had your struggles, but they were manageable. Then suddenly, everything intensified. Attacks are coming from multiple directions simultaneously. Your peace is under assault. Your mind is being bombarded with fear, doubt, and anxiety. Your relationships are experiencing unusual tension. Your finances are facing unexpected pressure. Your health might even be acting up in ways that don't make medical sense. And here's the key indicator. The intensity doesn't match your current circumstances. The level of spiritual resistance you're experiencing feels disproportionate to what's actually happening in your life. It's as if you're being hit with hurricane-force winds, but when you look around, nothing major has actually changed. Here's why this is happening. The enemy can see what you cannot. He has access to the spiritual realm, and he can sense when heaven is about to release something massive into a chosen one's life. He knows that after your divine miracle shift manifests, you're going to step into a level of blessing, authority, and influence that he won't be able to touch, so he launches his most aggressive attack right before your breakthrough, hoping to get you to quit before the shift happens. Think about it. The enemy doesn't waste ammunition on people who aren't a threat. He doesn't attack those whose miracles are years away. He targets the ones who are days or weeks away from their breakthrough, because he knows that if he can get you to give up now, he can stop something significant from manifesting. So if you're under intense spiritual attack right now, if you're experiencing warfare that feels overwhelming and unexplainable, don't interpret that as evidence that God has abandoned you. Recognize it for what it truly is: confirmation that your divine miracle shift is so close that the enemy is in panic mode. The intensity of the battle you're facing is directly proportional to the magnitude of the blessing that's about to be released. The harder the attack, the bigger the breakthrough. The darker the hour, the closer the... When you recognize this sign, here's your response. Stand firm. Don't retreat. Don't give up. Don't make major decisions out of fear. This is not the time to quit, compromise, or walk away from what God called you to do. Speak out loud. I recognize this attack as confirmation that my divine miracle shift is here. Every weapon formed against me will fail. Every assignment sent to stop me is cancelled. I will not be moved. I will not be shaken. My breakthrough is closer than this battle, and I'm standing until I see it manifest. Rare sign 2. You're losing interest in things that used to distract you. The second rare sign that you're entering a divine miracle shift is this: you're suddenly losing interest in things that used to captivate, distract, or entertain you. Activities that used to consume your time now feel empty and pointless. Entertainment that used to bring you pleasure now leaves you feeling unfulfilled. Conversations that used to engage you now feel draining or shallow. Even some relationships that you've maintained for years suddenly feel like they don't fit anymore. You find yourself pulling away, not out of anger or bitterness, but because you've simply outgrown them. You might even be losing interest in goals and ambitions that you've been working toward for a long time. Dreams that once excited you now feel misaligned. Plans you were passionate about now feel like they belong to a different version of you. And you're wondering what's wrong with you, why you can't seem to care about things that used to matter so much. But here's what's really happening. Nothing is wrong with you. God is recalibrating your desires. He's shifting your focus. He's removing your appetite for things that won't be part of your next season, so that when your divine miracle shift manifests, you're not distracted, divided, or pulled in multiple directions. When God is preparing to release something significant into your life, He always prepares you internally before the external change occurs. He removes attachments to the old so you can fully embrace the new. He redirects your attention away from what no longer serves your destiny and toward what He's about to bring. This loss of interest isn't apathy or depression. It's divine redirection. Your spirit is already living in your next season, and your soul is catching up. The things you're losing interest in are things that would have competed with or contaminated the blessing God is about to release. When you recognize this sign, don't fight it. Don't try to force yourself to care about things you've outgrown. Let them go. Release them with gratitude for what they were, and make space for what's coming. Say out loud, I recognize that God is redirecting my focus and recalibrating my desires. I release everything that doesn't belong in my next season. I trust that what I'm losing interest in is being replaced with something greater. I make room for the new thing God is doing in my life. Rare sign 3, you're seeing repeating numbers everywhere. The third rare sign that you're entering a divine miracle shift is this. You keep seeing repeating numbers, and it's happening with such frequency that you can't dismiss it as coincidence. You wake up and glance at the clock. 3:33. You look at your phone later. 11:11. You receive a text at exactly 5:55. You see license plates, receipts, addresses, or timestamps, all showing repeating numbers like 222, 444, 777, or 999. And it's not just once or twice. It's happening multiple times a day, every single day, to the point where you can't ignore it anymore. Here's what you need to understand. The universe, God, the divine, whatever you call it, speaks in multiple languages. And one of those languages is numbers. When heaven wants to get your attention about something significant that's unfolding in your life, it will often highlight specific numbers repeatedly as a way of saying, pay attention. Something important is happening. Mark this season. Your timeline is shifting. Different number sequences carry different meanings. 111 or 1111 often signals new beginnings and alignment. 222 represents balance and partnership being restored. 333 indicates divine protection and guidance surrounding you. 444 means stability and foundation being established. 555 signals major change and transformation coming. 777 represents spiritual completion and divine perfection. 999 indicates the end of a cycle and preparation for something new. When these numbers start appearing with unusual frequency, it's not random. It's not coincidence. It's confirmation that your divine miracle shift is in motion. Heaven is using these numerical timestamps to let you know that what's happening in your life right now is significant, orchestrated, and about to culminate in breakthrough. When you see these repeating numbers, pause for a moment. Don't just glance and move on. Acknowledge what you're seeing. Whisper, "Thank you," under your breath. This tells the universe that you're paying attention, that you recognize the sign, that you're tuned in to what heaven is communicating. Say out loud, "I recognize these repeating numbers as divine communication. I acknowledge that my timeline is shifting. I'm paying attention to the signs. I receive the confirmation that my divine miracle shift is unfolding right now." Rare sign 4. Old doors are suddenly reopening. The fourth rare sign that you're entering a divine miracle shift is this. Doors that you thought were permanently closed are suddenly, unexpectedly reopening. Opportunities you pursued years ago and were rejected from are now reaching back out to you. Relationships that ended are being restored. Positions you applied for and never heard back from are suddenly calling. Connections you thought were dead are coming back to life, and you're not doing anything to make this happen. It's just happening. You might receive an email from someone you haven't heard from in years. You might get a phone call about an opportunity you'd completely forgotten about. Someone who owes you money might suddenly pay you back. A door you tried to walk through 5 years ago that slammed in your face might suddenly swing open without you even knocking. Here's what this means spiritually. When God is preparing to shift you into a new season, He often resurrects things from your past that He wants to redeem, restore, or resurrect. Not everything from your past will come back, only the things that are meant to be part of your future. But when those specific doors start reopening, when those particular people start reconnecting, when those certain opportunities start resurfacing, it's because God is aligning everything that needs to be in place for your divine miracle shift. He's repositioning people, rearranging circumstances, and realigning opportunities, because what he's about to release into your life requires very specific pieces to be in position. When old doors start reopening, pay close attention. Don't dismiss these reconnections as random. God is orchestrating something. Some of what he's bringing back is part of the miracle package he's preparing to deliver. But also use discernment. Just because something from your past is reappearing doesn't automatically mean you should walk back through that door. Ask God, is this from you? Is this part of my divine miracle shift? Or is this a distraction disguised as opportunity? Say out loud, I recognize that God is reopening doors that belong to my destiny. I receive divine discernment to know which doors to walk through and which to leave closed. I trust that what's returning is part of the miracle God is orchestrating. Rare sign 5. You're receiving supernatural clarity and downloads. The fifth rare sign that you're entering a divine miracle shift is this. You're receiving sudden clarity, divine wisdom, and spiritual downloads that are solving problems you've been stuck on for months or even years. Solutions are dropping into your consciousness out of nowhere. Strategies are becoming clear that you couldn't figure out before. You're having aha moments with unusual frequency. You're waking up with ideas that feel like they were downloaded into your mind while you slept. You're receiving insights during prayer, worship, or quiet moments that are answering questions you've been asking for a long time. This divine wisdom isn't just theoretical. It's practical. It's actionable. It's specific. And when you receive it, it comes with a sense of certainty, a knowing that this is it. This is the answer. This is the way forward. Here's what's happening. God is giving you access to heavenly intelligence. He's downloading information from his throne room directly into your consciousness. He's opening your spiritual understanding so you can see solutions that human wisdom alone could never produce. This sudden clarity is one of the clearest confirmations that your divine miracle shift is here, because God doesn't give you the strategy for breakthrough until you're close to the breakthrough. He doesn't reveal the next step until you're ready to take it. The fact that you're receiving this level of divine wisdom right now means your miracle is not far off. It's imminent. When you receive this divine clarity, write it down immediately. Capture it while it's fresh. Don't trust that you'll remember it perfectly later, because sometimes these downloads can fade if you don't anchor them quickly. Then act on what you received. Don't second-guess it. Don't analyze it to death. Divine wisdom often doesn't make sense to human logic, but if you received it during prayer, worship, or a moment of spiritual sensitivity, trust it and move on it. Say out loud, I receive the divine wisdom and strategies that God is downloading into my spirit. I will act on what I receive. I trust that this clarity is confirmation that my divine miracle shift is here, and I'm being equipped with everything I need to walk into it. Rare sign 6. You're experiencing supernatural peace, despite chaos. The sixth rare sign that you're entering a divine miracle shift is this. You have supernatural peace that makes absolutely no sense given what's happening in your life. Your circumstances haven't improved. The problems are still there. The challenges remain. But something inside you has shifted. Where there was anxiety, there's now calm. Where there was fear, there's now confidence. Where there was worry, there's now rest. You're in situations that should stress you out, but you feel settled. You're facing challenges that should terrify you, but you're not moved. You're dealing with uncertainties that should keep you up at night, but you're sleeping peacefully. And people around you are confused because they're looking at your life from the outside, thinking you should be falling apart, but instead, you're steady, grounded, and at peace. This peace is supernatural because it's not proportional to your circumstances. It doesn't make logical sense. And that's precisely how you know it's from God. When you have peace that passes all understanding, peace that doesn't match your reality, that's divine peace being deposited into your spirit as a sign. Here's what this means. God is giving you His peace about your situation. He's letting you experience what He experiences when He looks at your life. Complete confidence that everything is under control. This peace is confirmation that even though you can't see what He's doing with your natural eyes, your spiritual senses are picking up on the fact that He's working behind the scenes. Guard this peace. Protect it. Don't let people, news, or negative thoughts steal it. When anxiety tries to return, reject it. Choose peace over panic. Say out loud, I recognize this supernatural peace as confirmation that God is in control. I choose to rest in what He's doing, even when I can't see it. This peace is proof that my divine miracle shift is already in motion. Rare sign 7. You're having prophetic dreams and visions. The seventh and final rare sign that you're entering a divine miracle shift is this. You're having unusually vivid dreams or receiving visions that feel different from normal dreams, and they're showing you glimpses of your future. These dreams feel more real than waking life while you're in them. When you wake up, they stay with you. You remember them with crystal clarity, and they're not random or nonsensical. They carry weight, meaning, and message. You might see yourself in positions you haven't reached yet. You might see provision that hasn't manifested yet. You might see relationships restored, health recovered, or breakthroughs manifesting. And when you wake up, these visions feel more real than your current circumstances. This is called prophetic preview. When God is about to do something significant in your life, He often gives you a preview in the spiritual realm before it manifests in the natural realm. He shows you where you're going, so that when you get there, you'll recognize that He orchestrated it. He gives you visions of your future, so that when opposition comes, you'll have something to hold on to. When you receive prophetic dreams or visions, write them down immediately. Capture every detail you can remember. Don't try to interpret them right away. Just record them. Then thank God for opening your spiritual eyes. Ask the Holy Spirit for interpretation, and watch in the weeks and months ahead as elements of what you saw begin manifesting in your physical reality. Say out loud, I receive the prophetic preview you're giving me. I recognize this as confirmation that my divine miracle shift is here. What you've shown me in the spirit realm, I trust you to manifest in the natural realm. Now here's what's powerful. If you're experiencing 3 or 4 of these rare signs, that's significant confirmation. But if you're experiencing 5, 6, or all 7 of these signs simultaneously, you're in an extremely intense season of divine activity. When multiple signs converge, the message is amplified. God is speaking to you in surround sound, making absolutely certain you cannot miss what He's saying. This level of confirmation is usually given to people who are about to step into major assignments, significant breakthrough, or extraordinary levels of blessing and responsibility. If you're seeing multiple signs, intensify your faith response, increase your declarations, prepare practically for what's coming. Clear out the old to make room for the new. Get your spiritual house in order. Position yourself to carry the blessing that's about to be entrusted to you. Your divine miracle shift is here, chosen one. Your divine miracle shift isn't coming. It's already here. The signs are confirming it. The spiritual realm has already released it. Now it's manifesting in your physical reality. Your job is to stay alert, stay expectant, stay obedient, and stay ready. Don't let doubt talk you out of what your spirit knows. Don't let fear steal what faith has already secured. And don't let anyone convince you that what you're experiencing is just coincidence. You're chosen, you're marked, and your divine miracle shift is unfolding right now. Type, "My shift is here," in the comments if this message resonated with your spirit. Share this with someone who needs this confirmation. And subscribe so you don't miss what God is speaking to the chosen ones in this season. Your waiting is over. Your breakthrough has begun. Your divine miracle shift is here. Receive it in faith. Walk in it with confidence. And watch as heaven proves that everything you believed was true.